Hello everyone, today I'm studying Psalm number 31 and this is the Psalm book that I'm using. It's an excellent book with a lot of commentary from the Talmud, the Midrash, Kabbalah, which is mysticism, classic commentators, and Hasidic masters. So it has a lot of sources that go into each and every verse in a lot of depth. So chapter 31 verse 19 is the one that I want to focus on today. And the English translation is, "Let the lips of falsehood, which speak insolently against the righteous, with arrogance and contempt, be struck dumb." And I want to focus on this verse today because of the phrase that the lips of falsehood ... be struck dumb. So today we find ourselves in a war against evil. And what is evil? Well, one of the tools that the adversary uses to promote and propagate evil is the tool of deception and manipulation. And we find ourselves in a war against evil, which is a war for truth and justice, which is also a war against falsehood, deception, manipulation. And when the media only tells one side of the story, this is the way that the masses are manipulated. Unfortunately, people are being brainwashed today because of the media. And a lot of what we see on the media is not only false, but it's staged. There's an entire term called Pollywood, and what that refers to is the so-called Palestinian people, the Gazans, the Arabs who live on the Israel territory, have done many immoral and unethical things. For example, you see bodies of people that are supposed to be dead, but then there's footage of after them pretending to be like lying there on the floor dead, then all of a sudden the so-called dead person opens their eyes or starts moving, or you see people wrapped in sheets who are supposed to be dead, but the sheet is open on the top so that they can breathe. You see people, they're called crisis actors, who one minute are holding a gun and the next minute they're in a photo in a hospital with all kinds of things attached to them, looking like a victim of like a war, etc. I even had one person direct message me regarding the so-called war crimes that Israel was accused of committing, which they said that Israel was using phosphorus gas, using a toxic powder on the Palestinians. And there was footage of this, which I believe is recycled footage from over 20 years ago, because the Israeli army and the IDF, the Israel Defense Forces, denies the use of this toxic substance. So what the Palestinians are trying to do, and they are run by a terrorist organization. Their end goal is to, number one, annihilate all of the Jewish people. Number two, destroy the entire state of Israel. And number three, control all of Western civilization. And yes, that means America too. They want Sharia law, which is extreme Muslim ideology. This means that all, Americans would be wearing a jihad, covered, only the eyes open, and they have very, very archaic rules and so forth. So that's their end goal. So when people don't understand that this is not just a Middle East problem, this is a problem that could very quickly, especially if Iran develops nuclear weapons, this could be an entire world problem, not just a problem with Israel. So previous Psalms have told us that the enemies of the Jewish people, the enemies of Israel, people who are anti-Zionists, are the enemies of God. So people really need to be cautious with what they're taking in and what they're believing and what the sources are and what the truth is, because being on the wrong side of history could have catastrophic effects. People see things on social media and on the news and they think, oh, that's a problem out there and it's never going to affect me. Well, we did have 9/11, and we could have, God forbid, worse problems in the future if people are not really mindful of the truth of the matter and what's at stake. So I would like to just harp on the fact that falsehood and deception and manipulation is really the true enemy here, and that is something that we must be very careful from, and ourselves, from false speech and for falsely propagating things that are not true. So that's it for today. So thank you for watching, and God bless you.